What's up, everybody? You know who? Oh man, that was a little rough, a little bit rough, but all bonus footage. Okay. Whew. Wow, that was fun. Let me fix this. There. What's up? Bill here. Happy, uh, happy Labor Day for the second time. Yeah, check that out. A little after work. Hey, that looks like Australia. Huh. So I'm down here at Mile Square Park. Um, just finished a 4-mile run in 40 minutes. Yeah, I think it was 40 minutes. No, 49 minutes. Okay, it wasn't my best run, but granted, I did work today, so uh, you know, after work run, bonus run. I don't know, just I kind of had the urge to. It was such a nice day after work, anyways. So the weather is really nice. It's freaking Labor Day. The traffic was light after work, and I'm thinking, you know what? I feel good enough. I think I can go pull off a run, and here I am. I'm glad I did it. It felt really good. It felt a little heavy, a little bit lethargic, but I'm glad I did it because you know, when I'm running, I'm doing a lot of my thinking. So I was doing, you know, my thinking, and you know, one of the things about what I'm doing, me staying sober and exercising and stuff, when it comes to sobriety, one of the rewards is reflecting on the progress and you know, my winning this thing so far, and having control over something that had me in control for most of my adult life, really. That's part of the reward, is reflecting and recognizing that you got control of this thing, alcohol and drugs, these things. And you know, those are just two of many things that I'm working on keeping in check. Food is another one I'm still kind of working on. It's a little bit of a struggle, actually, because you need food. It's what I'm eating is what the struggle is. Sorry. And spontaneous burping is another one I'm working on. Just kidding. Anyways, you know, I'm not preaching here. I'm just explaining kind of what it's like in the process of being sober, okay, and clean. You know, you do a lot of reflecting, and when doing that, you realize, makes you realize, you know, your progress. I know I'm repeating myself, but that's basically what it does, what it is, you know, and it's kind of cool, you know, makes you feel good about being sober, makes you feel good about the progress, makes you feel good that you got things under control, you know, and that, you know, I know in the future I got this, you know. So, you know, that's kind of what it's like. So that dude back there, I was gonna go down there, but wasn't sure what he was doing. So, you know, it's kind of like that, and it feels good. It does. As far as the addiction goes, and the habit, that's pretty much a lot easier than it was when I first started. Okay, I'm not saying that it's all gone, because you know I ain't gonna lie. Every once in a while, when I see a beer, a good beer, it looks good, and I know it probably is good. You know, I know it probably is good, and I know when you drink it, it probably makes you feel good. No doubt about it. And you know, if you're the kind of person that can control it, and or drink whatever you want and not have a lot of side effects, hey, that's great, man. But you know, everybody's different. And for this guy, I used to be like that, where I could, you know, drink a lot and not really have too many issues. But it seems like the older I got, the more that the hangovers got more intense. I didn't get as buzzed as easy, so I had to drink more, right? Because my tolerance got up higher. And you know, as your tolerance goes up, so does the toxicity level, the poisoning level. Literally, when you're drinking, you're literally poisoning your system, literally. So the poisoning gets more intense, but the buzz doesn't, you know. So your body has more to work on processing the poison and the carbs and all that stuff, you know. So what ended up happening with me is, you know, I started getting health problems because my body was literally, my organs and stuff were having a hard time with it, with all the alcohol I was consuming, you know. And my body was storing all them extra carbs, and you know, I was getting really out of shape, and it started showing itself through my skin, through my body size, my body BMI level, and just a lot of different things. It was showing up, you know. So, no, you're okay, bud. So, you know, it came to a point where, you know, it was actually starting to affect my my health, and it was affecting my work. It was affecting my emotions, my mental health, and my finances. It got to where I was drinking a lot more, and it was costing me a lot more. I'm just saying, I'm just pointing out stuff here, okay? I'm not preaching again. I'm going to reiterate that. I'm not preaching. I'm just saying what it's like. So, you know, it's nice to be able to just decide to go to a park and go run 4 miles after work and not feel like I'm missing out on anything, or like it's really hard because I want to go drink instead, or I did drink something, then I decided to go run, which never happened. When I got home and I cracked a beer, I pretty much stayed home. Unless I went to a bar or, you know, a brewery, which, you know, that's pretty sketch these days, because drinking and driving and all that stuff is just not a very wise thing to do. I found out the hard way once in my life, and you know, that's that. So there's a lot of reasons why I decided to quit. I'm not going to say quit. I hate saying that, because I'm taking a break from it. Because, you know, it is true, once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic. You could take a break, and maybe that break will last you the rest of your life. But let's be real. Let's be real. Chances are, probably I will have a libation someday, or maybe not. I don't know. I don't plan on it. I know I sound like a scratch record because I said this not that long ago, but the same thing with drugs. Same thing. Once a drug addict, always a drug addict in your head, okay? Physically, if I'm choosing to not do either one, then I won't. And someday, you know, I'll say this. Last time I got sober, clean and sober, and it was maybe 7 years ago, 8 years ago, and that lasted about a year and a half. Okay, and I was all gung ho, you know, yeah, I quit, blah blah blah, and I'm never gonna touch that stuff again, blah blah blah. And you know what? A year and a half into it, I decided one day I'm gonna go buy some beer and I'm gonna drink some beer, and I did. And guess what happened? The whole MF started again. Okay, the whole mofo started again, and the whole thing started, both drugs and alcohol. The whole cycle started. I went through all the bullshit of addiction and being an alcoholic and the habit and blah blah blah. So, you know, I'm not gonna say I quit anymore, because I can't say that, really. I can't. When I get tired of drugging and drinking, I take a break from that. When I get tired of sobriety, whenever that may be, I take a break from that. And that's just pretty much seems to be the way it rolls for me, okay? But I like to keep it real from experience. From my experience, saying that I quit is probably not the right way to say it, okay? I'll just stick with taking breaks from either or, sobriety or partaking, okay? That's how I like to phrase it. But for now, I'm glad that I'm taking a break from all that, and I'm doing this now, and it feels good, and it's nice to reflect on my progress and my goals that I've set and I've made. It's not really like a goal, actually. It's not like a goal the way I'm doing it this time. I'm not setting goals per se. I'm not saying like, okay, my next goal is to be sober for a year and a half, or my next goal is to be clean and sober for 2 years. No, that's not how I'm doing it. I'm doing it like, okay, I'm tired of having problems. I'm tired of having health problems. I'm tired of wasting money on it and have nothing to show for it. And I'm tired of some of the risky behavior that it caused me to do. And I just want to be sober, because I think sobriety is pretty rewarding, actually. You feel good a lot more of the time. Can't say you feel good all the time. You're only human. You're going to have good days and bad days, but you have a lot more good days than as if you were drinking and drugging, put it that way, okay? And I'm way more up to the task, whatever that might be, a lot more often and a lot more consistently. So, and you know, honestly, getting out and exercising and being sober, it feels really good, because it reminds you that you're alive, man. You know, you're reminded that you're alive and you can actually feel good. You know, that's where I'm at with it. And I think the longer I go, the easier it is and the better I'm feeling. It just takes time, takes patience, takes persistence, tenacity, all that stuff. And you know what? If you're not forcing it, like me, I didn't have to force it, because when that time came, April 17th, 2024, I was ready. I was ready, man. I mean, I was pretty much at my bottom, so it's like, okay, this is what is the fork in the road came, and that's just the way I went. And it wasn't hard. It wasn't that hard, because I was ready. Now, if you're forcing yourself to do it for whatever reason, then it's probably going to be a little trickier, a little harder, and maybe it's probably not going to be doable, okay? It's going to be a lot easier if you are ready for it, okay? Because of circumstances or whatever you're dealing with, you know, that will help make it a little easier if that's what whoever is gonna do, you know, but for me, that's what it took. But anyways, that's enough of that little rant there. It's almost some mosquito feeding time. I got to get back to my truck. I'm just kind of roaming around here aimlessly, but it's starting to cool off. Clouds are disappearing here. It's a little cool, but it feels nice over here at Miles Square Park. But you know, I'm just describing how I'm feeling here. I'm not preaching. I'm not trying to brag or anything like that. I'm just saying this is how I feel right now, and I feel good. I feel happy. I feel better than I did the other day. I was on a low, and you know, but I still push through. And pretty much when I do decide to do things, I'm glad I did, because I always feel better afterwards, you know. So like I do right now, I feel glad that I came out here after work and did my run and jumped on here, made this vlog. I'm gonna go home and eat some Billhound Special. This is a really good batch. And I'm gonna do, maybe I'll do another video later. I'm not sure yet. We shall see. But if not, I got something lined up for the near future. I won't say what it is. It'll be a surprise. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and hang it up. And I do appreciate y'all stopping by and hanging out with me here and listening to me ramble. I do. I appreciate all you guys too. So I hope you're all having a fantastic Labor Day weekend, Labor Day itself. And we'll check you later. All right. See ya.